Hello, hello! Got another day of Star Control 2, where we should have to make a quick stop to chat with the Pakunk, and probably stop up at Sol and maybe the Melnorme, and then we'll go meet some new aliens. Currently thinking about either going to the top of the map, where I've heard the Thraddash are, or going over the map to, on the bottom, to investigate the remains of the Delta Gorno system where the Shofixti used to be, and also further on where the Yehat now are, which used to be Alliance members, but now are combat thralls. So don't know exactly how they'll respond. Let's see. There's my... Started setting up a quasi-space map just so that I don't have to randomly go through all the portals. I dropped in some of the ones that I found skimming through my VOD, or that I remembered. Like I can always remember which one is Earth, but some of the other ones I keep forgetting. So just add to that as I stumble my way through more portals, trying to figure out how to get to different areas. Should speed things up a little bit. Okay, we left off at Epsilon Gruis, where we discovered the Spathi had all... After the Spathi sphere of influence suddenly just vanished, and turns out they had figured out how to copy the Ur-Quan slave shield after studying the one on Earth. And are all hiding there now. But at least they gave us the hyperwave caster that the Umga used to play pranks on people. So we have a really powerful hyperwave caster now. That might be useful for some things. But yes, good morning, good weekend. Hope everyone's doing alright. Let me make sure my ringtone is turned off and everything. Do that real quick, and should be good. So yeah, I'm just heading back to Earth. I don't have to check my map for that. So I just want to go right down here. And from there I'll just fly down to the Pakunk, because the only other quasi-space portal in the area, I think, drops me right into the center of Ilwrath territory. Which isn't that much closer. Really enjoy the hyperspace music. Oh, I should post on my Discord things. There we go. See, I don't all remember what's gone on since we last visited Sol, but I guess we will find out.
It's good to see you again, Captain. By the way, I thought you should know. We have a major situation, Captain. As of a few days ago, all Spathi starship captains have vanished from our starbase. We don't know how or why, but until we receive replacements from Spathiwa, you will be unable to commission any additional Spathi eluder vessels for your fleet.
Good morning, Aishlolo. Well, we already knew about the Spathi thing, because I saw them disappear off the map and went and investigated already. So the Spathi are probably gone for the rest of the game.
Good work, Captain. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, talking pet life form. Data, this creature is physiologically identical to the so-called Ur-Quan talking pet with one notable exception. It is highly intelligent and evidences strong psychic capabilities. Initial AIQR test rated it well above human super genius, though immediately after we made this shocking assessment, its scores dropped to the normal-subnormal range. Interviews with the subject have shown it to be cooperative, though a Class 4 pan-species psychological profile places the creature far into the furtive, hateful domain. There were also some disturbing incidences where we talked about roses, daisies, and other pretty flowers. Summary: Everything's okay, nothing to worry about with this cuddly little guy. Not one thing. The next entry in the analysis is Subject Hyperwave Broadcaster, design. Data: this unit is capable of generating extremely intense hyperwave transmissions, though it is otherwise similar to our own casters. Summary: this thing would be great for practical jokes. She could scream boo from an orc cloud to scare the pants or whatever off of everyone in the system. If you used it in hyperspace, there's no telling who might hear you and come running. The next entry in the analysis is Subject Slylandro Probe Destruct Code Sequence. Data: this is a complex sequence of program instructions using an encryption sequence similar in some ways to the Rolling Fung algorithm. Summary: when a Slylandro probe approaches, open a hailing frequency, wait for a response, and then transmit the code. That's the end of our scientist's report.
All right.
Return soon, Captain.
So now I'm gonna sell off these drones because they're pretty garbage. And also probably those, most of those Zotbot pick ships too, but I'll keep one of those. Don't want these. Can't think of a good thing they'd be a good matchup for. Or at least I like the Zotbot pick, so I don't want to get rid of all their ships. The guy I don't like that much. Their jokes are a little bit too mean. Okay, I want another Or's Nemesis, though. Mine got destroyed fighting the Umga. And what else? I guess that's it for now, unless I want two Or's Nemesis. Oop. Fill up my ship. I can't build Spot the Eluders anymore, so I'm just have to make Whippos survive to the end of the game. Refuel, but otherwise I'm not going to spend anything yet, because I think I have enough biological data to buy more tech from the Melnorme, so I might want some new stuff from them. Fueled up, and now we will go visit the Pekunk and the Melnorme. See what they can sell me. If the Pekunk have any more ships for me, now that they've returned home. Because I lost all my Pekunk Furies in that battle with the Umga as well. Or the series of battles, anyway. Okay, first we'll stop off here. So it's on the way. Wonder if I can hail the Melnorme from here. Nope. Have to find him. Oh, right there. I got lucky. First try.
This very morning, I was just saying to subordinate Ochre, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the feet of a human." We laughed and laughed. What a synchronicity. Now, what can we do for you today?
I have stuff to sell.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
All the bio data that I got from the Umga.
The 600
And I guess some other bio data too.
7 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 1,374 credits.
That's like 9 technologies worth, which I assume is enough to buy all of them.
What trade items would you like to buy today?
I would like some technology.
The technology we are now offering includes plans for adding auto-tracking modules, which improve the aim of all your weapons.
Well, hi Celalona 1 and hi Rayburst. Yes, auto-tracking modules. Those will make me actually able to equip my flagship for combat, effectively.
You are preparing for a mighty battle, eh? Well, let me give you some advice. You should consider using multiple tracking modules, since this will greatly improve your aim. However,
2 is good.
never add more than 3 to your ship. Any more would be useless. The technology we are now offering includes plans for adding improvements to your planet landers, which make them resistant to inclement planet weather.
Ooh, lightning bolt resistance is good.
A little superconductive spray paint.
I don't like the lightning
Presto.
bolts.
Your lander can sustain a direct hit by a lightning bolt without crisping the passengers inside. Usually. Since the job is so easy that a nymph could do it, I expect all your landers will be treated in less than an hour. The technology we are now offering is everything you need to know to assemble modifications to your planet landers, which make them resistant to planetary hotspots.
The star is twitching? What do you mean? The Alpha Centauri is twitching? Oh, you think this guy is the Alpha Centauri? This is a Alpha Centauri up here. This is where we are. This is Trademaster Greenish. But I don't know. He just pulsates. Just what he does. Even if I could ask him, he would probably charge me an extreme amount of credits to actually explain why he twitches. I already forgot what technology this was. I guess I'll buy it though.
With these new ablative plasma heat shields, your crew will be substantially safer on hot worlds. But like all our lander modifications, this protection is not perfect. So remain cautious. Since the changes to your landers are straightforward, your landers should be fitted with the heat shields by the time you return to your ship. The technology we are now offering is plans for building Hellbore cannons, a weapon much more destructive than a simple blaster.
Well, bigger guns. Okay.
Captain,
I'll take those.
just a suggestion. Hellbore cannons are energy gulpers. So unless you want to have a long delay between shots, I would suggest you add dynamos or even Shiva furnaces to your ship. The technology we are now offering includes details on how to develop Shiva furnace modules, which generate energy for your combat batteries twice as fast as your standard dynamos.
That's sort of misleading, because the dynamos and Shiva furnaces actually work differently. One of them increases the rate at which the energy increases, the other increases the amount it increases by each time it increases. And I don't remember which is which, but it's better to use a combination of the two.
I'm certain
Wonder if that was
you
the
will
last tech.
appreciate this new
Might be.
module, Captain. With it, you should be able to destroy and devastate twice as fast as before. Commander, that
All right,
is the
done
limit
with
of
technology.
the new technology we can offer you. If I may say so, you have been an excellent customer. Thank you.
So now I can still spend credits on fuel or information. Let's go ahead and
How
buy
wonderful, Captain.
one piece of information. Does anybody want to have an opinion on whether they want to know about current events, alien races, or historical information? I'll also wait a few seconds here to see if anybody has an opinion, or I'll just pick randomly. Stop in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Current events. Oh, and that's what I landed on. Okay, let's look at current events.
While you probably believe that the Shofixti are extinct, having caused their sun to flare with a device identical to the Utwig super bomb, the truth is not so simple. There yet exists a chance to resuscitate this meta-marsupial species, though it will not be easy. The problem at hand seems simple. Bring together two Shofixti of different sexes, and the carnal gymnastics proceed. Given the short gestation and maturation time of the Shofixti, you will have thousands of the creatures in 10 years and millions in 20. Finding a male of the species is easier than fluff. Simply visit the Shofixti's blasted star system at Delta Gorno. Captain Tanaka, or its sibling, Katana, shall greet you on your arrival. A warning. These warriors are old, and fly in barely functional ships. If they mistakenly identify you as the enemy, do not return fire. Retreat, and try to talk with them on their own level. The females of the species will be more difficult to obtain. The only supply of such remaining in the galaxy is at Alpha Cherenkov 1, included as part of General Zex's bizarre and beloved menagerie. Fortunately for you, Captain, Zex is considered, well, perverse by his fellow Fox. This is because Zex actually enjoys the presence of human beings. To acquire the Shofixti females, you will have to appease Zex, or kill him.
Well, that was very specific and useful information. I have a bunch of credits left. I could do more of these. Let's ask about alien races too.
The Zakvatik are
Oh, I know about them already, though.
Of 3 alien species, all native to the same world.
I'll do one more piece of information if you want to select it in chat.
Severe collateral damage from the ritual combat between the Ur-Quan and the Korah. While this is unfortunate for the Zakvatik, they have been forced to abandon many of their worlds. This close proximity to the inter-Ur-Quan war will give them insights into the conflict, which will be of great use to you. In addition, the Zakvatik met the Chenjesu early on in the war, and are eager to make allies who can protect them from their enemies. In case you are interested, the Zakvatik homeworld is at coordinates 400.0 by 543.7, Planet 1.
Okay, got it. I guess if no one in chat wants to pick one, I'll do the third one and ask about historical information, because I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna do that in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Almost 25,000 of your years ago, there existed near this region of space an association of star-faring races called the Sentient Milieu. This group formed over several thousand years to mutually enrich their respective cultures, to provide a safe creche for emerging sentient species, and to afford themselves a degree of protection from external hostilities via military alliance. Of the 7 most active milieu members, the most famous race, indeed, you know them well, Captain, were the Ur-Quan.
You're on a ladder? And watching this somehow? That's scary.
What else would you like to buy?
Let's just fuel
How
up.
much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel.
And then we'll go
It has
find the
been
Pekunk again.
a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
So what are you doing up on a ladder? We'll take a quick peek at these worlds. Now that I have the heat shielding, I might be able to, if one of these is a radioactive world or something, I might be able to pick up a bunch of resources real quick. Or a ruby world. Oh, maybe I must have already done it here. I figured I wouldn't have bothered to try because the system is hot, but I guess 433 isn't too extreme. So yeah, those are probably looted. If they were valuable enough. Let's get ourselves into the Pekunk space. And then I can either go up to Draconis and try and find one piece of the artifact the Pekunk talked about, or go all the way to the far side of the galaxy and do that, or I can explore down along the bottom where where Delta Gorno is, where the Shopixi should be, and the A-Hat, and I think the Vux are down here somewhere too. Ah, in the office. Oh, I see. Indoor the ladder doing the scraping thing. For some reason, when you said ladder, I assumed outside.
We are warm and happy with the news of your return. What wisdom do you seek today?
It's too bad your iPad's not working, though. What's news?
I am afraid that our good no news is still the same. We have exhausted our capacity to foretell your future, Captain. Sorry.
I thought I might get get more ships from them. Maybe I have to visit their homeworld, which I've forgotten where it was. No, it's inside the Ilwrath bubble a bit. I think I'll be able to find it quickly, though.
When the crystal spheres once more rotate into harmonic union, we shall meet again.
Should have noted that down under the Pekunk. I guess I'll do that. Oop. Whee! Pekunk ships are fairly fast, so it can be a little tricky to get away from them if you get a big cluster around you. I think their homeworld was this one. Gamma Kruger. Yeah, that's right. Add that to my notes. Gamma... I think it's Gamma Kruger 1. This looks correct to me. See if they have anything new at their homeworld, and then I will go look for more new stuff.
Before we proceed, Captain, I must speak. Many of my people have not been sleeping well these past few nights. In fact, I myself did not sleep well last night. Well, actually, I slept okay in the first part of the night and then had a little trouble later on, and maybe halfway through, until I got up and had something to eat. Anyway, the reason we are not sleeping is because of a dream. Yes, a dream. We have seen that in the center of this region of space, near stars that form the shape of a cup, and are in a constellation that begins with the letter C and ends with the letter S, and goes on as rearranged spell asterisk, two great armadas fight. One of black ships, the other of green. Our dream tells us that if the black ships should win this fight, they will destroy all life in this region. Captain, they are winning now! If there is anything you can do to stop them, you must do it, please! Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Welcome back, Captain, to our humble planet. It is good once again to merge our chakras with the totality of your spiritual essence. We speak, of course, metaphorically. How can we be of aid to you?
Must be the Craterra's constellation. Yeah, I guess they're not giving me any,
Not at all.
shit.
We are, after all,
I thought they would. Oh well.
fascinating species. Of course, modesty prevents me from talking at length. Although perhaps if you were to ask me specific questions, propriety might be better served.
I think I've already asked all these things
Yes,
before.
you are right. I
So, I guess I'll just leave.
well, kind human. Return soon.
I was hoping I could get some more Pekunk ships, but I guess not. So next up, I guess, we should head to Delta Gorno, which is not too far from here, I don't think. I think this is Gorno. Yeah, Gamma, Beta, Alpha, Epsilon, Delta. It'd be quicker to... Yeah, I'm just going to use the quasi-space portal and drop in down there again. It'll take probably about the same amount of fuel, be slightly faster. With a little bit less risk of running into any Ilwrath ships. Or for that matter, I could upgrade my flagship with all those new technologies. That actually might be a better idea. Get ourselves combat ready-ish. Then we can head down to Delta Gorno or up to Draconis or something.
I hope the battle fares.
Oh,
Be
I don't have
careful
anything
out
to talk to him about. I just want to go to the shipyard. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Not the shipyard. I want to go to outfit our starship. That's the right thing. Okay, let's get rid of one of these storage bays and the ion bolt gun. Instead, put in Hellbore cannon. Gonna move a crew pod down there so I can put in another Hellbore cannon. Also going to swap out... Maybe I should just sell some fuel off so I can sell that fuel tank. Go down to 210. Since I have the quasi-space portal spawner, I don't need giant fuel reserves anymore. Got the dynamo unit. Oh, the tracking systems are more expensive than I thought they were. I do want 2 of those. I guess I'll sell some fuel and we'll buy it with credits if I need to. I do want 2 tracking systems, Hellbore cannons, and at least 1 Shiva furnace would be nice, but... Two tracking systems, and I don't have the resources for a Shiva furnace, so I'll just have to win quickly if I get in a fight. I don't know. Yeah, so not quite combat ready yet. Instead of this Hellbore cannon, I'm just gonna do a little bit weaker weaponry. Actually, let's swap these so I get more shots with the fusion blaster. So that the second slot fires 2 shots and the first slot fires 1. So this will give me 3 shots per fire. And with the Shiva furnace and 1 Shiva furnace and 1 dynamo, I should be able to put out a pretty good amount of firepower, I think. See if I get into any kind of serious fight, but now and then I can refuel some. That's good enough. Now to Delta Gorno. Delta Gorno. And I guess we'll find Tanaka, or Katana. I think is what the Melnorme said. Whee! Autopilot. And it'd be convenient to run into more Slylander probes because I can just self-destruct them for scrap. Delta Gorno. And there's our Shofixty scout that we're looking for. I guess while I'm here, maybe I'll check out these. These are orange, so they could all be radioactive worlds. Which should be helpful. Well, this one's just a metal world. Although it's got some radioactives and valuable stuff on it. It's not totally garbage. Yeah, class 3 weather, class 3 tectonic, so not really severe. Since I have the lightning shields now, I'm not too worried about it. It absorbed a couple of lightning strikes. Oh, that one wasn't too special. But I still want to gather some resources so I can finish upgrading my flagship's combat capabilities. And keep getting fuel. Another metal world. This one has... Ooh, this one has life on it. So that can be good too. Even though I have all the technology, there's the hints, and there's also refueling from the Melnorme, so... Try not to shoot the deposits, because that's always annoying. Whoa! I don't know what those things are. They're fast, though. Fast and aggressive. Alright, I forgot I've got higher rate of fire now than I used to. Whee! Let's fill up on that. I think I'll land on here again, because my computer's almost full and my hold is full. It only takes 1 unit of fuel to land here. Some iron, whatever this... More iron. Come on, things. Wonder if those things all have names somewhere that I don't remember or haven't seen. The original manual or something. I should check that at some point. I should have the manual in my GOG extras. My 3DO version was game only, didn't have the manual with it. Let's see. Those gray planets probably aren't worth much, except maybe that inner one.
Attention, huge area
Aha!
Though most of my sensory instruments are malfunctioning, my mass indicator shows the huge size of your vessel, revealing you are none other than a disgusting Ur-Quan slime wad. I am the glorious Shofixty warrior Tanaka. You killed my father, my mother, my many brothers, all 6 of my sisters. In fact, my entire species. Prepare to die!
See, don't attack, we're not the Ur-Quan, we're your allies. No one insults us like that, you toothless, piebald, impotent roof rabbit. Don't you know the war is over? Gee, if that's the way you feel, then I'll be on my way. Don't attack. We're not the Ur-Quan. We're your allies.
A typical Ur-Quan gambit, which has failed. And now I howl the scream of death. Yay!
So the Melnorme said to not return fire and to retreat if that happens. Yeah, he's the only one on his ship. And he's not moving real fast. Whee! The Melnorme said to
So the cowardly slug-spawn
talk at
has
their level.
returned. You were most fortunate last time, you hideous, pouchless freak. But this time, I shall surely destroy your vessel. You slithering eater of putrid hairballs.
Alright, so I'm gonna insult him back, because that's how he... Since the Melnorme said to talk at his level. So if no one insults us like that, you toothless, piebald, impotent roof rabbit.
You rip, bloodless sack of decaying flesh, Ur-Quan. You die! Die!
Though he's still attacking me. Whee! Run away! So they don't blow him up by accident. This ship is in real bad shape. Let's try again.
I see you're back for even more humiliation. You flatulent Ur-Quan puss-cup.
Hey, you think he sounds like Inigo Montoya? The prepare to die part, definitely. Those are mighty words from a dripping snout-rotted little furball.
I will hang your withered reproductive organs from my posterior monitor. Yay!
This is burning up a lot of my fuel. I hope he doesn't crash into the planet. Bye! Keep trying here.
I'll kill you this time, you pitiful, weakling fancier of herd animal excrement.
Look, Donkey Breath, one more insult and it's Vapor City for you.
Why, you wallowing, phlegm-filled, grunty belly licker, you... Hey, Ur-Quan never insulted me before. Who did you say you were?
I am Captain Zelnick from the New Alliance of Free Stars aboard the flagship Vindicator. Cease aggression immediately.
Oh, I am sorry. I must be reprimanded. When we report back to Star Control, suddenly, your words ring in my ears. Captain, is this true? Have the Ur-Quan been destroyed? Has the ultimate sacrifice of my people resulted in freedom for the Alliance?
Well, yes and no. Mostly no. Or maybe we should talk about this later. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but the Alliance got its butt blasted. 1 or 3, probably. I'm gonna go with the last one.
I am a defeated warrior! A worthless shell! I must die!
Shofixty, I am now your new commander. I order you not to kill yourself. You are to remain here and guard your solar system.
To fight again? Against the Ur-Quan? Yes! But no. I cannot leave my homeworld unguarded. I will remain here and keep a solitary vigil. Goodbye.
Alright, so I made contact with him. The Melnorme said that there are Shofixty females as well. So let's go figure out where that is from here. At Alpha Cherenkov 1. Alpha Cherenkov... Okay, that's not too far from here at all. 21 units of fuel to get there. So, Vux ships. I think I would ideally actually want Confuries to deal with more than what I've got now. But maybe the Eluder or my flagship would be okay. Looks like I might be in Vux space now. Something slow is trying to follow me. Okay, it's at Alpha Cherenkov 1. I'm gonna check out that orange planet over there first in case it's a radioactive world. Nope. Oh, yeah, it is. For some reason I thought it would... For some reason I was thinking radioactive worlds were a slightly different color in person, but no, that is a radioactive world. And relatively safe to land on. Only exotics are more valuable than radioactives, so this will be a good load to use later. One out of my 4 cargo pods is now full. I was gonna check out that gas giant's moons, but I guess it's not that important. Let's go here and talk to, I think, Zex.
Ah, human visitors. What a treat. I am Admiral Zex. Please, do not be frightened. Unlike the rest of my species, I enjoy humans. You may know me by my reputation, my leadership of Vox forces during the war with your alliance. I assure you that this behavior, a sad necessity of those times, belies a much kinder, gentler being. Please be welcome. We can get to know one another, expand our interspecies relationship. But wait, how silly of me. You aren't here for polite repartee. You have come for my show-fixing maidens.
Don't know how you know that, but okay. What are you doing here, Admiral Zex?
Ah, such a good question. But you always were a bright species. I will explain. After the Great War, in which I played some small part, the Vox High Council, in recognition for my services, granted me this planet, so that I might pursue my hobby without disturbing the general Vox pockets. I am a collector, you see. I have the finest menagerie of beautiful creatures in all space.
A menagerie? Is this a collection of animals like a zoo?
Animals? Oh no, Captain. Not mere animals. My menagerie contains only the most beautiful creatures in the galaxy. Each of my children, as I like to call them, has a wonderful set of traits which make them unique and special, especially to me. I have a complete variety of beasts from as far away as Procyon and Vega. No, this is not just some zoo. I have worked diligently for many years to craft my menagerie, to gradually improve it. Perhaps you can't tell, but I am rather proud of it. Alas, there's one creature, one gorgeous animal which I do not yet possess. I would give almost anything for that creature, Captain.
So if we went and got this little critter for you, would you give us the Shofixty Maidens?
What an interesting proposal. I never would have thought of such a wonderful idea myself. You are a genius, Captain. In answer to your question, yes, I accept your offer. Deliver the creature to me, and I shall give you the show-fixing maidens. I will even provide you with a clue to finding the creature's native planet. My source for this information is an ancient wildlife handbook written millennia ago by some unknown alien author. The pertinent passage goes as follows. Demise. It basks in yellow light within the constellation Lynch Na Plo. We have translated Lynch-Naplo to mean approximately the long, thin creature who has swallowed the huge beast. I am afraid this is all that I know. I hope it is sufficient.
I'm gonna ask him that again.
Certainly, my smooth-skinned friend. My source for this information is an ancient wildlife handbook written millennia ago by some demise.
A yellow star.
Basks in yellow light within the constellation Lynch-Naplo. We've translated Lynch-Naplo to mean approximately the long, thin creature who has swallowed the huge beast.
I need to get out of here.
I'm afraid this is all that I know.
Look at my
I
star
hope
map.
It is sufficient.
Admiral Zex, why don't you attack us as all other Vux have? Not that we've encountered any other Vux, but...
Because I like humans, Captain. I respect and admire your species. I do not share the bigoted views of most of my people.
Admiral Zex, why do you like us? We thought all Vux hated humans.
No, not all Vux, Captain. Most, but not all. It is true, when the majority of my people view one of your species, they are forced to regurgitate. But there are those among us who have grown beyond such childishness to take a more liberal view. We, the few sophisticates, are not subject to the whims and fads of current fashion. Our likes and dislikes are strictly based on personal preference. We see the beauty in you humans, the value in a long-term relationship. You are different, yes, but personally, I like difference. In fact, I adore it. Your physique is so wonderfully varied. Your multitudinous rigid appendages, your tiny double eyes, your varied skin coloration, and the delightful patchwork of hair covering only parts of your bodies, leaving other parts bare and smooth. I value your species, Captain. I see you as just people, like us Fox.
So, kind of creepy. I'm not going to go into that any further, I don't think. Goodbye, Admiral Zex.
Goodbye, beautiful human. I hope we can meet someday as friends. Perhaps even more?
Okay. Let's save that. Kinda want to encounter some regular Vux, but maybe not. So what I really should probably be looking at is the original star map, which has the constellations defined, because it's probably a constellation that exists with a different name. Let's look at Star Control 2 here. Extras. Star map. Come on, it's already downloaded. Just open the thing. No, that one's got... Here we go, here's the original one. Not sure if there's a good way for me to bring this up on stream since it's a PDF file, but let's give this a try. And window capture, it's a temporary one. There we go. So we want... So it's the long, thin... Oh, hi, Revive Retro. Good morning. I am... Or Revive Retro. I am currently looking for a constellation that Admiral Zex described to me. The long, thin creature that swallowed the something beast. Needs to have a yellow star in it as well. Might be this up here. I don't see any other real likely ones. So like this could be a long, thin creature, and that its stomach maybe would have a yellow star in it. Or it could be this Lynch's constellation up here, which is another thin one with a... that looks like it's got a gut. Let's move... Oop, that's the quasi-space map. Where'd my thing go? So I probably want to try one of those. Maybe this one or this one. So I managed to find a surviving Shofixti male, and Admiral Zex there has some Shofixti females that he's willing to trade for a creature from whatever that star system is, but his information is from a very old, badly translated wildlife guide, I guess, so... The other thing I want to do kind of more in this area is find the Yehat, which are around here somewhere-ish. Oop. Search, Yehat. Yehat should be in the Serpentis constellation, which I think is just down here. They used to be Alliance members and are now part of the Ur-Quan hierarchy when they, I guess, surrendered? Yeah, maybe I'll go check out the Yehat. Oh, thank you for the host, Revive Retro. Since I'm kind of around here already, I'm gonna go to the Yehat and then I'll search for that creature. Actually, the Melnorme might be able to tell me where it is specifically, too, if I buy a bunch of hints from them. Managed to acquire all of the Melnorme technologies that they sell. Though I don't quite have enough resources yet to fully, equip my flagship to be really incredibly powerful. Just gonna poke around in this system and then probably wait somewhere nearby for the Yehat to show up. I agree. Have you been playing it at all? Oh wow, this planet is empty. There's nothing here. Oh, get hip to Star Control 2. I thought you were just saying everybody needs to get Star Control 2. Whee! Let's swing up here. That looks like an chlorine world. I don't remember chlorine worlds. I guess it's better than an acid world. Oh, and it's got creatures on it. Earthquakes are kind of bad, but I've got seatbelts now, so it's also expensive to land on. Ooh, and these ones are valuable creatures too. Even though I have all the technologies, there's still like a ton of good information I can apparently buy from the Melnorme. And I can also buy fuel from them and save my resource units for ships and ship upgrades. So let's fill up my lander with stunned critters here. Come back! There we go. And then grab the remaining fast-moving guys. Whatever else is convenient. Guess I'll grab this one. There, took a couple casualties. The earthquake protection isn't 100% effective. gonna check this orange planet, see if it's a radioactive world. So those are good. This one is a radioactive world. Oh, the radioactives. And then I'll go look for some more. Then I'll go actually really look for the Yehot. Got some actinium, some francium, some astatine, and a I wonder if it'll actually let you send down your last crew member and explode, and if you just lose when that goes down. Although I think maybe the flagship, you yourself don't count as a crew member, so it dies after it takes a hit from 0 hit points or something. I don't remember. But let's see who this is. Something hostile-ish. Yep, those are Yehot Terminators.
What am I seeing on the view screen? It's none other than the flattened old face of our friend the human. But, old ally, are you not knowing that we, the Yehot, are allied with the Ur-Quan now? And your presence outside the slave shield and in an armed starship are clear violations of your oath of fealty. Whatever shall we do? It just isn't the right thing to kill you, human, but as a loyal member of my clan, I must obey the wishes of our queen.
We should be allies, friends. Explain why this cannot be. By your honor, Yehot Captain, I, Zelnik, Master of the Vindicator, in the name of the New Alliance of Free Stars, call upon the Starship Clans to honor their word and fight for our cause. If you've encountered an offshoot of your species that can't tell us about them, this may come as a shock, but the Supox are reborn. Well, they're not quite reborn yet. Still working on that. Yeah, we should be... Let's just start with the explanations.
Your words are flying in the face of the facts, human. We are no longer being your allies. But unlike the nobles of our homeworld, we of the Starship Clans are bereaved at this course of events. The Queen's decision to be joining the hierarchy pains us.
I'll ask them to fight for us, but I don't think they will.
As much as my heart cries to aid ye valiant human, I cannot. Each of us is sworn first to our queen, who has commanded us to treat ye as an enemy of the crown.
We have encountered an offshoot of your species. The can't tell us about them.
The cowards live? This is unbelievable. It is a sad day to be hearing this thing from you, human. I can't even say their vile name. The cunt is the greatest embarrassment our species has ever suffered. Do not be calling these wretched creatures an offshoot of our species. Better is you be calling them garbage or dropping. Better yet, do not be talking about them at all.
I like the Pakunk. Your species' obligation cannot simply be forgotten. What about your honor, your pride?
Can't you see that you're killing me, human? The shame, the awful shame of it. What you say is true. We should be under the same wing, but damn your eyes. Our queen has given the Ur-Quan our allegiance, and there is nothing I can be doing about it now.
Oh, I think that's gonna be... Oh, no, they didn't attack us. That's interesting. See if I can talk to another group without getting attacked.
Human, what are you doing back here? Are you totally off your perch? We have sympathies for your cause, 'tis true, but we must obey the orders of our queen, however much we may disagree with them.
How did the Ur-Quan defeat you? What happened?
We were not defeated, human. Never, never in the 2,000 years of the Deep-Neat Queens have the Yehot ever suffered a defeat. It is this fact alone that is making our loyalty to the Queen so strong. This is the unbreakable bond that keeps the clans together. When the Ur-Quan were entering our home star system at Gabel Serpentis, we had 1,000 starships prepared to defend our home. And then the Queen, she allied with the Ur-Quan, and the fight is over before it even began. Ah!
They say Gamma Serpentis was their homeworld? Oh yeah, Gamma Serpentis. I might need to know that at some point, I don't know. At least help us with materials for our struggle.
We cannot. To be doing so would be a direct violation of our Royal Queen's commands.
Goodbye, Yehat, our allies and
Though
friends.
honouring our past commitment, we are not. But we will be letting you go in peace.
Okay. So the Yehat are the ones who originally uplifted the Shofixti, and they were very much fond of them, so I think I do need to bring back the Shofixti to get anywhere with the Yehat. The Yehat are down here, and I'm thinking I think I'm going to check out this constellation. Gamma Lynches. I don't know that I've mapped out that. I think there's a quasi-space portal that goes up there, but I haven't mapped it out yet. I could try number 14, or I could just try random portals until I find it. I'll go up to 14. There's probably more aliens up there anyway. Which is, where was that one? Okay, it's up and it's the middle one of that group of 4 in the upper right. Thank you, Windows, for telling me that the Windows Defender didn't find anything in the middle of my stream. Okay, yep, here we are. I don't see any supergiant stars real close, although, actually, I also know from I think the Slylandro told me that there's, and I noticed this is the only white supergiant that I know of, but there's a white giant star that has a rainbow world, so I'm gonna go check this one out while I'm up here. That'd be good for an awful lot of fuel from the Melnorme. Actually, and there's a ship here. Maybe I'll wait for this ship and see what it's got for me.
I suppose as a courtesy I should extend an appropriate greeting. On behalf of the Utwig proctors, I truly hope for your sake that your day has been better than ours, although this really isn't saying that much.
And we've got the Utwig. This is Captain Zelnick, representing the new Alliance of Free Stars. Please respond.
What good would that do? I mean, why should we? We agonized for hours, wondering if it was a cruel twist of fate or simply a serious case of butterfingery. The lifetimes that have been spent in the pursuit of the elusive answer to this deceptively simple question has driven many of us down the dark road of self-destruction. Indeed, even as these words strike the ears of any who care to listen, the real question is, does it matter? I cannot say. I wallow in a quandary, unable to determine what better atones for my part of the great sin. Should I engage in slow and painful self-termination? Should I commit myself to a long life of painful self-flagellation? Should I throw myself with enthusiastic verve at the problem of collective annihilation? I do not know. Even now, my mind writhes in anguish of indecision, lest the outcome be inadequate.
I kind of wonder when they coached the voice actor for this is how many times they had to say, no, whinier, no, whinier. To get them this far. I detect that recent events have not gone your way. Why don't you start at the beginning? Do you know anything about the enslaving Ur-Quan? So I'll ask them about the Ur-Quan real quick.
We know nothing of this species that you mentioned. However, while we are on the subject of evil and powerful species, we have encountered a particularly gruesome race that seemed to come from the direction of Arcturus. When we hailed them, they responded with mighty weapons that sent our delegation to their deaths. Lucky fools. The aliens' dark, crusty battleships are capable of guiding spinning mines into almost any location. And should an enemy get too close, a fiery corona emerges to inflict fearsome damage. In our skirmishes with the race who called themselves the Ur-Quan, we found that by using our own shielding capability, we could sweep through the mines, absorb the corona, and then get close enough to the dark ships to give a lick of our own. In truth, however, they are very powerful and ruthless. When the Ur-Quan started to press toward our home world, we thought that our deserved punishment was being administered. But then, a mystery? They suddenly became disinterested and veered away. Bah, confounding frustration. With the Ultron, I could speak knowledgeably on this subject. To have this quality torn from our grasp emphasizes how meaningless our existence really is. This lack of meaning is what drives my species to the serious contemplation of a quick end.
They're really down. Yeah, I detect that recent events have not gone your way. Why don't you start at the beginning? It's another problem I'll have to fix.
Alright, I'll try. But you know, it really doesn't matter. After all, we have a famous Utwig saying, when one loses the reason for existence, one tends to get less motivated. This goes hand in hand with the painfully appropriate credo, we broke it so we are paying for it. Of course, this isn't really accurate. The situation is so much more hideous. Imagine, if you can, holding within your hands the answer, only to have it taunt you with its former potential. Ah, cruel irony. The loss of the Ultron grieves us all.
Yes, of course, the Ultron. We grieve. How sad. Now, what was it again?
Bah! It doesn't matter. Besides being of no concern to you, I find discussion of this matter, well, distasteful. The Ultron was not the only thing which assures total and complete meaning of life for you and I. It is universal. I'm sure that you two are aware of this thing, if only in legend. It granted us all limitless power and knowledge. It has been since, well, rendered inoperative.
Just because you bust your ultra thingy, don't be a bunch of crybabies. Sniff. That reminds me when my pet dog Splib ran in front of a rock chipper. I don't know. Those are both weird. I guess I'll do that.
You are kind. If we could wield the Ultron to resurrect your Splib, we would. But I suddenly am overcome with waves of depression. I must retire now to perform rituals of anguish. Waves of trauma wash across my being even now. I must go.
Well, I'm not quite done with them yet, but... Let's go check out Goombridge. Should have a rainbow world on it. Unless there's some other big white star that the Slylandro could have been referring to. I think it was the Slylandro. The old Ur-Quan had told them about 2 rainbow worlds. One that I'd already found, and another one at a big white star. So it might be taking me almost as much fuel to get there as it would to, as I'll be able to get from the rainbow world, but... Hello, Cryptonym? Whoa, I don't want to fly into the star. But we'll see about that Ultron thingy. Rainbow World. Temperature 3,559 degrees. Even with my heat shielding, I don't think I'm gonna land there. But yeah, I got that all scanned, so I'll have that for the Melnorme. I think this might be the only supergiant system that the Melnorme don't hang out in, actually. Now let's warp back over to where I was. Which I think was this portal? Pretty sure it was that portal. I think I want to have at least one more conversation with the Utwig. Maybe say something different about the Ultron and see if I can get any more information about it. Oh, 4 Utwig juggers.
Just go away. Leave us to ponder our grief.
Yes, that is really a pity. So what more do you know about the Korra?
Your query once again painfully reminds me of the Ultron and what it was for the universe.
If the Ultron is the only thing that matters to them.
All and correct all that is wrong in the universe. All I can tell you is that the Korra live to kill. Their stated purpose is to seek out new life and new civilizations and then annihilate them. We seem to qualify as such, and that is why it is puzzling that after pursuing us with some tenacity, they suddenly turned away and headed toward Craterus. All this speculation would be unnecessary if only we had saved the Ultron. It would not have taken much. A diving catch, a thrown pillow, even a fuzzy wumpus would have broken the fall satisfactorily. Indeed, a panel convened to analyze the possibilities concluded there were at least 623 ways that the Ultron could have been saved if we had been prepared. Let us cease our discussion concerning these matters.
A truly unique set of events put you in your current state, am I right?
To say the least. Our past is one of a glorious and proud people, coupled with a cataclysm that rocks the universe to its
a
very
thorough report.
core. It all
600 plus
began
ways.
when the chimps rose from the murky bog, and the Utwig emerged as well. In these primitive times, we cavorted about our world, oblivious to any sort of higher purpose. We took everything at face value. Meanwhile, the tendrils of the chimp infiltrated the vast sky canopies of Faz, and then the veils fell. Suddenly, the Utwig were stunned by a collective realization. All immediately and urgently donned veils of every description, hides, leaves, shells, rocks, even living drells were donned in the early days. You see, the face is the mechanism that expresses many of the primitive qualities that hinder sentience. Now rid of constant reminders of greed, rage, hatred, and lust, the wisdom of the Utwig was no longer hampered by constant reminders of the primitive urge. Over many generations, mask etiquette was refined to a rock-solid foundation of our society. Sure, the morality riots were expensive, both in lives and infrastructure, but the result was better mask regulation. Specification from your basic mask of grueling but necessary activity to the most highly decorated countenance of stellar representation. These were clearly defined, recognizing the importance of flexibility. Clear-cut and efficient procedures for revision and redesign dealt with the few anomalies. From that moment, when we covered the source of our intellectual oppression, we knew that it was a grand purpose that defined our destiny. Are you still listening? Our entire development as a sentient species was coordinated to coincide with the appearance of a remarkable device, the Ur-Quan. We were oblivious to its tragic implications.
Were you still listening? Yeah, absolutely fascinating. But what exactly do you mean by tragic?
In order for you to truly understand the situation, you need to know more about the Ur-Quan and its unique capabilities. You see, when the Druze discovered the Ur-Quan, they knew that it was ours. The Druze were compelled by intrinsic universal direction to take it to where it has always belonged. They brought it to us. Oh, the Ur-Quan! It assured total and complete meaning of life for all, the universal. With the Ur-Quan in hand, I could sense not only your motivations and desires, but your purpose. I could act upon these things in ways that would most likely seem mysterious, if not, well, daft. Years later, you would herald our participation in your development as the turning point for your species. The Druze were only one of the few to benefit in this way. Even now, they are puzzled by the way we rewarded them for the delivery of the Ur-Quan to its correct place. In 24 years, 2 months, and 3 days, they will all dance the dance of jubilation. Indeed, the Ur-Quan has allowed us to fundamentally change the Druze forever. The Supox, too, received many benefits from our use of the Ur-Quan. They can testify to its power.
We'll have to go talk to the Supox about this, maybe. Sounds like things were going pretty well, so what happened?
Yes, things were perfect. What happened is, well, it's difficult to talk about. But I saw it happen. I witnessed the Chinsral celebration. I felt the Ur-Quan fill the empty place that I did not know was there. I saw the Grand Proctor pass it to, well, they say that the Chief Gru did not know that it was so heavy and slippery. Perhaps it was a combination of factors. Some who have reviewed the records claim it was actually a conspiracy. The Commission investigation officially stated that the Ur-Quan was rendered inoperative by the fall to the ground. Yet many feel that the whole story has not yet been told. As it struck the ground, I saw its glow fade. And then the painful void incapacitated all. All Utwig immediately donned the mask of ultimate embarrassment and shame, with a vow to wear it forever. Bonfires all over Foz consumed all but this mask. No other mask was spared.
That probably saved a lot on the art budget.
Visage of ceremonial orations in all of its contexts and revisions, as I'm sure you understand. All of the courting masks, from the clever and intriguing veil of flirtatious prancing to the infamous lewd monocle, all consumed by the hungry flames. Even the most fundamental fixtures were committed to this irreversible fate. The mask of natural bodily excretions once hung in every lavatory. Most of the public facilities have removed the disposable mask dispensers, but every once in a while I still see such a repository, always empty. At that time, many suggested that we use the precursor relic as a form of self-punishment. The proposal was that we collectively go to the second moon of the sixth planet of Zeta Hyades at coordinates 850.3 by 937.2 and use the ancient planeteering device to end our existence. After much discussion, we decided that we deserved to suffer. We can use the bomb if we ever decide the time is right. In the meantime, we atone for our grievous mistake with our collective misery. I suddenly sink into a chasm of depression. I must go.
That device sounds useful, but I doubt they'll just give it to me. We now terminate communication in a civil yet efficient manner.
As do we. Go now with neither malice nor joy.
Well, I don't know. That seems like I've exhausted all of their conversation options. I guess. Go. Oh, it gave me the Supox region of space. When they mentioned the Supox, I guess. Let's go talk to the Supox. Almost there. I'm actually going to enter Supox space and call the Melnorme for refueling. My Umgar caster. Maybe that'll attract the Supox instead, I don't know.
Greetings, fellow carbon creatures. May your roots always be well watered.
I am Captain Zelnick from Earth. We come in peace.
I am Captain Ala Lala. We come in peace.
Our starship is called Vindicator.
Our starship is called the Tender Shoot.
Getting my notes ready. We are the new alliance of free stars from Earth.
We are the Supox Utricularia from Earth.
You're from Earth? Hey, are you just copying whatever I say?
Oh yes. We apologize for the confusion. Our home world is also called Earth, or more properly, Fleck, which means perfectly good and nutritious dirt. Earth is pretty close, is it not?
Why do you copy our speech and mannerisms?
We learn and we adapt. We are symbionts. Our first step in making friends is always to copy them. This is our idiom.
Symbiont, how interesting. Please tell us more.
Our kind evolved on a beautiful planet, orbiting the wonderfully green-hued star Roots. From the canopy of the great jungle to the shores of the azure seas, our species has flowered and grown well. Early in our evolution, we adapted to exist in symbiosis with other hardier life, both flora and fauna, who supplied us with nutrients, while we supplied them with reproductive assistance.
It's kind of the opposite of how it works here. Come on, plants can't be intelligent. Our top scientists and science fiction writers have proven it.
Yes, this has been confirmed by our people as well. Strange, is it not? Many of our people regard this inconsistency as proof of our divine origin.
Are the Utwig friends of yours?
Oh, yes. We have a strong cultural bond with the Utwig. They have been the foundation around which we have grown our star-faring culture. We are not only allies, but we are also friends. You should go meet with them. They could use some excitement. You see, they are a little depressed and morose right now.
A little.
Usually they are most festive and fun.
Oh dear, what has caused the Utwig such distress?
They broke their Ultron.
Ultron? What's an Ultron?
The Druge, the cruel, salad trading race who sold the device to the Utwig, called the device the Ultron, and claimed that it would give the Utwig superpowers. Unfortunately, the Utwig believed the Druge and bought the Ultron. However, the device did make the Utwig very happy. Of course, we didn't tell them what we really thought of the Ultron. That they were vapid fools to buy a piece of junk for a planet's ransom. We went along with the falsehood, and in doing so showed our own stupidity. Then, one sad day a few years ago, the Utwig Proctor dropped the Ultron during a particularly energetic and festive ritual. Now the Utwig are morose and depressed. They feel they cannot ever achieve greatness because they lost the powers of the Ultron. They even gave the broken device to us, saying that they couldn't stand the sight of it anymore. We are worried that the Utwig are so depressed that they may use their ultimate weapon. Here, you take the Ultron. Maybe you can do something with it.
There we go. Thanks, I think. What do I do with it?
We thought that if we could get the Ultron working again, it would cheer them up. So, we tried to figure out how to fix the darn thing, or at least get some of the flashing bits working again. But for all the Druge's falsehoods, the Ultron is some kind of artifact, and we could not synthesize the necessary replacement parts. Perhaps on your journeys, you will find the elements necessary to repair the Ultron. Then you could give it to the Utwig, and maybe they wouldn't be so depressed.
Well, I know from the Pekunk that there are... Oop.
I must
Oh, here we
warn
are.
you, Captain. This is the time of the month we Melnorme drive exceptionally hard bargains. Beware. Now, what can we do for you today?
I would like to
What
sell
would you like to sell, Captain?
everything I've got.
The 114 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 288 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain?
Once I'm done selling and have refueled, I'll buy a couple pieces of information. There are 3 categories: current events, alien races, and historical data. If anyone has a preference for which categories I use, go ahead and say in chat while I'm
Your
doing this other
ship's
bit of
log
stuff.
indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of one of the rainbow worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 500 credits. What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
Fill her up.
Fuel transferred to your vessel.
Wish to buy
How
information.
wonderful, Captain.
So current events, alien races, and historical. Well, if no one has a preference, I got really good data from current events last time. They walked me through told me all sorts of things about the show Fixty and how to bring them back. Or I could learn more about alien races. I feel there's still more alien races I think I haven't contacted. Yeah, let's do more current events.
Ur-Quan are presently at war with a race called the Kora.
Oh, I know that.
They are fighting within a large spherical region of space, centered around the crater's star group. Although it is probably too early to tell, it would appear that the Korra are winning.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do one of each. I have a whole lot of credits right now.
The Ilwrath are presently attacking the Pekunk in the Lakeli and Kruger constellations. These beings have slavish devotion to their dark gods Dogar and Kazan, which in the past few years has been used against them by the Unga. If you need to manipulate the Ilwrath, we suggest you discover the Unga's technique and duplicate it.
Well, they've surely used that hyperwave caster that the Spothy took away from them and left for us to find, but I'm not sure exactly where to use it. And how about some historical information?
The Ur-Quan evolved on a harsh planet, orbiting a star outside this region of space. They were solitary predators, like your praying mantis captain or polar bear, who had a very limited set of social behaviors, most of which dealt with sex. Since they had to compete for survival against many physically superior species, the Ur-Quan evolved intelligence and tool use in much the same way as your own species. The Ur-Quan also learned to master their fierce territoriality, to build a cooperative planetary culture. When the Ur-Quan were discovered by the Taelo, they had just begun exploring their solar system in crude atomic vehicles. Although the Ur-Quan attacked what they thought to be an invader, the Taelo were patient. They explained the purpose of the sentient milieu and offered the Ur-Quan membership. The Ur-Quan recognized the benefits that such a system provided, and once more conquered the hunting beast within themselves. To become cooperative, productive members of the milieu, this lasted for several thousands of years.
Which we've heard that pretty much directly from the Korra, the Ur-Quan Korra already as well.
What else would you like to buy?
Might buy more information later, but
It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
okay, so we have the broken Ultron. According to the Pekunk, they told me about a precursor artifact, kind of not real specifically, that was part of that includes the clear spindle device they gave me and two other pieces. A red ball, which is held by a race in Percy, and a blue twisty thing in Draconis. So that could all possibly be this Ultron parts. That's the only leads I have on that now, anyway. But I want to go find the Shofixty Maidens. Find the creature that I can trade for the Shofixty Maidens, which is possibly one of the yellow stars in this constellation. To Admiral Zex, who really likes humans in a very creepy way. Because all the other Vucks seem to hate humans on sight. Really like the hyperspace music. Okay, let's start looking around here for life forms. Lemmings music with rock. I just haven't played Lemmings in a while, but it seems kind of familiar. Nothing much there. Sumerian world, those usually don't have anything good on them. Nope. I just had the tiniest deposits of the least valuable materials. These planets are all pretty far out and are in cold-looking orbits. At minus 170. No life forms here either. Well, let's try the next yellow star over. There's only a couple of them. Unless the guidebook that Zex had was so old that it, the star is no longer yellow, but surely it's not that ancient. I think even the precursors were only here like 200,000 years ago or something. Well, that one's got a blue planet in a warmish orbit, so that's likely to be good. I don't know that I've ever found a purple world that has anything valuable on it. Oh wait, Pellucid worlds. Pellucid worlds might have exotics on them, I think. Maybe this one doesn't, so I don't know. Most of the purple planets seem like they are just called Purple World and are pretty not good. It's a blue world, though. It's looking kind of Earth-like. Water world. It's got kind of bad weather with a class 3 weather. That means I'll see some lightning bolts, but I have the lightning resistant upgrade on my lander, so that should be alright. Okay, one of those things is moving real fast towards me. There it is. Oh, we hadn't seen any of those whomping tree things yet either. Yeah. Full lander upgrades make a huge difference with that thing. The double speed and double rate of fire. We have report from surface. We have finally trapped the hideous beast which has been so hard to capture these past few days. I swear, we emptied our stun batteries into that thing over a dozen times before it even slowed down. A few more shots to its barbed head and it went down, but we only had a few seconds to get it into the magnetic restraints before it started thrashing around again. Even as I make this report, that monster is shrieking like a steam engine and trying to tear its way free. I hope we know what we are doing, bringing that thing aboard. If it gets free inside the ship, Captain, well, I just don't want to think about it. Returning to ship. End of report. That means I'm gonna have to land again to pick up the rest of the life forms here. Yo, Data. Ah, stop hitting me, lightning bolts. See, none of the shielding technologies you get from the Melnorme are perfect, so I still will occasionally take a casualty from the lightning bolts. But a lot less than I would without it. Well, the lander is metal, so it probably tends to attract lightning. That's good enough. Got all the life forms. So yeah, a lot of the lightning bolt will just go straight to the lander and stick to it for a second or two. So yeah, we got our creature. We've got our broken Ur-Quan. I guess I'll head back down to the starbase and have them analyze our stuff. Or I could head further over this way. If I found a Do I have that marked? Which quasi-space? Well, I guess it... So I also know that there is a race in Draconis, and the Pakunk have told me that the clear spindle device, another piece of it, is a blue twisty thing in Draconis. So I could also head over there. Maybe we'll explore here first and then head down. Take a pretty big chunk of fuel, but oh well. I'll get to hear some more hyperspace music. Yeah, the Thraddash. I guess I do have their name. Thraddash are in Draconis. So that's my work notes. I need my stream notes. Here we are. Thraddash. Shipsies! Zeta Draconis? Oh, there's a planet. There's a warmish looking planet. Let's check this out. Or did I just happen to just pick their homeworld by accident? Oh yeah, that's a homeworld. Whoops.
Warning! You have entered Thraddash secured space. There is nothing valuable here. Go away!
So what's so special about this world? Why all the guards?
Very well. Since we have a huge number of ships here, I guess there can't be much harm in explaining this to you. Provided you leave when we're done. So listen carefully. Below us, on the surface of this planet, on the dark continent of Funt, high on a mountain, in an ancient shrine, resting in a special ceremonial cradle, glowing with its magical blue light, is the... No! I've changed my mind. You don't get to know the answer. Sorry.
I just picked this star at random. I didn't know I was actually going to come directly to the one that has a blue artifact on it. That I'm probably looking for, because blue twisty thing is what the Pakunk told me is in Draconis somewhere. And there are a bunch of stars in Draconis. Ah, geez, come on, that was unfair.
Okay. I guess you're right. It was a bit cruel. I'll tell you. Let's see, where was I? Oh, right. On the dark continent of Funt, high on a mountain, in an ancient shrine, resting in a special ceremonial cradle, glowing with its magical blue light, is the Aqua Helix, the most revered of all Thraddash relics, the sign of any culture's authority.
Explain your presence here,
It
Thraddash.
is none of your concern, human. Now leave this world before we get really mad.
Look how they have a big, cigar. I left something important on the surface last week. Can I just go down and get it?
Okay, go ahead. Hey, wait a minute. You are after our most ancient and important relic, aren't you? You were going to steal it, weren't you? You are sneaky and deceptive, just like the vile Vulture 16ers. You shall suffer their same fate. Oblivion!
Well, let's see what my upgraded flagship can do. I don't think I have enough, dynamos and Shiva furnaces for extended combat. Oh, actually my recharge rate isn't too bad. But they have an infinite number of ships here, so I'm just gonna warp out. For that one that's down. Let's go. Have a regular encounter with the ship outside the planet here.
So, what's this? An unknown alien species. How wonderful! Someone new to fight. We, the Thraddash of Culture 19, famous Ur-Quan combat thralls, know well the value of a good fight. Either you win and prove your superiority, or you lose and are vanquished. If the vanquished is lucky, it may survive to learn an important lesson from its defeat. This is the way of the Thraddash. We fight and learn and improve. All other cultural schemes are inferior. This is a proven fact. What have you to say before we begin combat?
So much like the Ganunk from Starflight 2 or the Shadows from Babylon 5. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Spothy told me about the Thraddash, that they were so weak that the Ur-Quan wanted... Actually, that's why they weren't in the first war with the Alliance of Free Stars. They were so weak the Ur-Quan left them behind. to guard the flank and not cause them problems. Thraddash of Culture 19. We sense a bit of hostility here. Why?
Hostility? Har, har, har. We are not hostile. Hostility is unwarranted aggression. If you want to know about hostility, let us tell you about Culture 12. Culture 12 was so hostile that while they were on their way to their first great battle, Jugka, the battle master, stepped on Nusko, the tactician's foot, causing him great pain. The annoyed Nusko turned on his battle master, Jugka, and sliced his body in half. This miffed Jugka's troops, who took it upon themselves to murder Nusko and his elite troops. The real trouble started when now dead Jugka's master sergeants, Mood and Put, started arguing about how to kill Nusko. Simple crucifixion or the slower lead tattoo technique. The argument was resolved when Mood and his 500 troops were slaughtered by Put and his gang. Well, this probably all would have gone down in history as a great day of learning for Culture 12, were it not for the surprise arrival of Culture 12's original enemy, the Yajag and his cronies, who wiped out Culture 12's army, thus beginning the long and glorious Culture 13. Now that's hostility. We, on the other hand, merely want to kill you.
What can you tell us of your species?
Talk, bah. Talk is for sissies. Weaklings.
Yeah, I don't know what the lead tattoo technique is, but I assume it's not comfortable.
10,000 years, we Thraddash have fought and died, learned and improved. Then, along came Culture 14, which claimed that all this perfect method was wrong. That each time we violently transformed to a new culture, we inevitably blasted ourselves back at least 500 years in development. Some people just cannot accept the cost of progress. Indeed, the foolishness of Culture 14's peaceful whining was revealed when they were conquered by Culture 15 after only a 10-year reign. And did the change to Culture 15 set us back 500 years? No. 2, maybe 300 years tops. The short span of Culture 14's reign is objective proof that as a way of life, peace is a failure.
So, violent rhino dudes, what more can you tell us about your Culture 19?
What? More talk? It amazes me that you ever got out of the orbit of your home planet. Yak, yak, yak. Yammer, yammer, yammer. Oh, very well, we will talk for a moment. Our Culture 19 is the most formidable ever to appear in Thraddash space. Admittedly, we said something similar about Culture 18, but it is true. With our rather swift defeat by the Ur-Quan and subsequent enslavement, we realized that it was time for a change. A new culture had to be established. So of course, we began a thermonuclear exchange, to decide who would lead this new culture.
That's what you
We
do.
were all quite disappointed when the Ur-Quan in orbit above our home world launched waves of fighters who intercepted all our missiles. The Ur-Quan explained that slaves were not permitted to engage in such destructive conflicts. So my people, being superior, introduced a super lethal poison into our opponent's water and air, thus ending the conflict. The Ur-Quan were not particularly happy about this resolution and killed all our leaders, which, under other circumstances, would have started a larger inter-Thraddash war. But the Ur-Quan appointed new leaders, apparently chosen at random, and explained that further disobedience would result in the destruction of our species. Frustrating, huh?
Yeah, not allowed to blow each other up. You mentioned the Ur-Quan. What is your relationship with them?
A foolish question. We are their slaves, Dope. What else would we be? When the Ur-Quan first appeared in our space, over 50 years ago, coming from the direction of the Utwig stars, we attacked them with gusto, zipping in to fire our Mark 6 blasters, and then theoretically zipping back out to prepare for another attack run. Unfortunately, before we could zip out, our ship were either blasted to smithereens by the Ur-Quan's fusion bolts, or were picked apart by the swarms of Ur-Quan fighter vessels. You may wonder why we didn't use our afterburners to escape. The answer is simple. 50 years ago, our ships had not yet been modified for this enhancement. It was not until 2143 that maintenance engineer Rion invented the afterburner effect. When he accidentally stuck his cigar in the aft fuel valve of the ship he was working on, Waboom! The ship took off like a barn out of hell, and Rion was fried to a crisp. Yes, we remember Rion with much fondness. Of course, we have refined the device, and now that our entire fleet has been fitted with the Rion afterburners, perhaps now the Ur-Quan will let us fight at their side as true battle thralls.
Your ships with the afterburners actually aren't terribly bad. Why didn't you fight against the Alliance, and where are the Ur-Quan?
We wanted to. Oh, how we wanted to! After all, we were the first battle thralls the Ur-Quan enslaved in this part of space. We thought we had priority, but the Ur-Quan thought we were too weak to hold our own in the upcoming battles, so they left us here to guard the flank. If only we had been stronger and less troublesome. Another reason the Ur-Quan wouldn't take us with them was because we kept picking fights with the new battle slaves, like the Undablabis or those religious idiots, the Ilwrath. Where did they go, you ask? This is a secret, of course. We can't tell you. If we told you that they were fighting a secret war against a mysterious invader, you might find some way to use that information against our masters. So forget it. No secrets.
So they've got a scan of my ship up here. Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you go impress your Ur-Quan masters and show off your afterburner modification by attacking the Ur-Quan's enemy? Oops. There we go.
What foolish stupidity! Why, that's as dumb an idea as... What did you say? Attack the Ur-Quan's enemy? Help them win their war? Why, that's an excellent idea. I'm glad I thought of it. We shall marshal our forces and leave at once. Stupid, human, pitiful, weakling dog. You have been helpful. So as a reward, you may leave alive. And when we return from our glorious campaign, we may even honor you with a retelling of the many great battles we shall certainly win. Until then, get lost!
See, I wonder if I can get any more encounters with these guys.
The Ur-Quan will be mightily impressed by our combat prowess when we blast their enemies from space. We build up a charging fury. Stay out of our path.
What has made you this way? Why are you so brutal?
Brutal? You don't know the meaning of brutal until you've heard the story of Culture 3. How brutal was Culture 3, you ask? Culture 3 was so brutal that they maimed, tortured, enslaved, and in general brutalized themselves. You see, Culture 2 had made a virtue of stoic resistance to pain, stubborn fortitude, that sort of thing. So when Culture 3 came around, they had a problem. How were they going to impress everyone as being even tougher? Their answer? They would arrive at a battle, stand on a tall hill where everyone could see them, and chop off one of their own limbs. Then they'd wave it around, screaming and shaking it at their enemies. It worked. It scared the hell out of their opponents. They ran like crazy. You could tell who was a real war hero back then by how few arms or legs he had left. Warberecht were quite different too. Instead of sturdy old warriors walking slowly past their reviewing stands, they tended to roll, and at a good clip too. To you, an inferior alien, this may seem bluntly stupid, the product of a sick, primitive society. You couldn't be more right. Culture 3 was, as you can well understand, only the third Thraddash culture, and was therefore far from the tempered perfection you have encountered here and now.
We wish nothing from you save your friendship?
Perhaps after we have made you our slaves, we can accommodate your wishes. Until then...
You are strong. We like strong. We be friends now, okay?
We are strong. You are weak. And we hate weak. We do not need weak friends. We only want slaves and teachers. Since you have nothing to teach us and refuse to be our slave, then you are our enemy. Such logic must be obvious even to a stupid being like yourself.
We leave in peace.
What? You leave before the lesson begins? We have so much to teach you. Let us show you just one thing. It's called the surprise attack.
So what ship do I want to try on these? I think I'll try the Zokpot pick first. Ooh. Close. Bye. Ooh, that was not good. Should have stayed away, not gone in for the tongue attack. Let's use my flagship. Oop. I can get more Zokpot pick ships if I need to. I reckon I could just blow up a few more of these ships to get the resources to do it.
Our individual skills, our superior fighting ships, and our objectively correct political views are sure to greatly impress our Ur-Quan masters. To arms! To arms!
Your blustering does not impress me. We have requirements you will fulfill now.
Yeah? What? You say what? Foolish, pitiful, small-headed being. We will destroy you and everybody on your ship.
Yeah, I should probably raid the planet. There's actually another way to get at that planet that's more fun, but... if you blow up enough of their ships, they decide that you're instead their teacher, and then it changes all of their conversation. They'll give you a bunch of information. You can choose what to name their new culture, or let them name themselves, and they just name it Culture 20. But the Slave Empire of Zelnik is one of the options. What else do I remember about that? Oh, and they can ask you how you want them to behave, and one of the options is, well, just be like us, and they'll go into like their perspective of how you are, like lull your enemies into a false sense of security by asking them questions over and over and over again.
Our individual skills, our superior fighting ships, and our objective.
Yeah, I have played before. It's been a while.
Are sure to greatly impress our
So
Ur-Quan
I remember
masters.
some things.
To arms! To arms!
But these guys are amusing, so I remember them.
Then I guess we'll just be attacking you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe out this group of ships and then go to the planet. Yeah, Star Control 3 I've played through only once, and the newer Star Control Origins I haven't played at all. This game I used to play kind of frequently. Whee! Boink. Whee! Dancing ship. I don't remember what ship I used to use to fight those, because I wouldn't normally probably have this many upgrades on my flagship when I used to play and just kind of do the optimal thing. Might have been Kunk Fury, though. Oh, yep, they're not here. And we got the... Okay, the tectonics here are really severe. Got Class 7 tectonics and Class 4 weather, so I'm just going to land as close as possible to this thing and get off the planet. Report from surface. Captain, we've discovered some sort of alien shrine here on the surface. The building is immensely old, at least 2,000 years. Inscribed around the perimeter of the cylindrical shrine are innumerable hieroglyphs which document the history of each of the 19 Thraddash cultures. From what we have seen, we have learned that the Thraddash have risen to starfaring technology at least 3 separate times, only to nuke themselves back into the Stone Age again and again. The real surprise, Captain, was what we found inside the shrine. We knew that Thraddash kept something down here, but we didn't know what it was until we went inside the shrine. In the exact middle of the structure was a tall dais of white stone. Set atop this dais was an immense aqua gemstone, somehow shaped into a flat, twisted ribbon like a DNA helix. The aqua helix emitted incredible light pulses, illuminating the cavernous shrine like a giant strobe light. At least it did, until Private Hendricks decided to see what would happen if he grabbed the artifact. The helix immediately ceased glowing and has remained quiescent ever since. We'll bring the aqua helix back aboard the ship for further investigation. Whee! Off I go. See if there are any more Thraddash here that I have to fight my way past, but... Yep, at least one more group.
So it's you, the thief, the skulking little human weasel.
A monkey, not a weasel.
We should not have left the Aqua Helix planet unguarded. You have shown us a weakness in ourselves, and for that we thank you. But we desire the return of the Helix, and since I suspect you won't give it willingly, eat flaming death, you gravy-sucking pig.
Not a pig either, but whatever. There we go. Maybe I do need 3 tracking devices on this. My shots are not converging like I remember. That was a little better. Yeah, these aren't worth oh, it threw me back into the planet again. These ships aren't worth very much scrap, but get a little bit out of it. Let's see, and we can see on the star map the Thraddash have started moving towards the Ur-Quan and Korra again, and the Pakunk have left their home stars to go to Yehat. I guess I better get down there and either stop that or get the Shofixi maids going. Conquer here already. Come on, Pakunk, where are you? Pretty sure I'm in your area now. One of those might be Melnorme, but probably the other one is Pakunk. Both the same speed, so I'd assume
Look out!
Odo.
Why, what a close call. Captain, why did you try to run down that heel Varese vessel? You almost smashed it into flinders. What? You didn't see it? Surely you... Oh, never mind. Now, what can we do for you today?
Did I pick up anything else to
Would
sell?
you like to sell, Captain? The
little bit.
55 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 110 credits.
I can go ahead and refuel here.
What trade item? How
Fill all my fuel
fuel
tanks.
transferred to your vessel?
Let's buy
How
one piece of
wonderful,
info
Captain.
about alien races.
The Pakunk are a mystical offshoot of the Yehat species, who left their bird brothers long ago to found a peaceful enclave in the Kruger and Geitless stars. At the present time, the Pakunk are defending themselves against the Ilwrath, who have been commanded to attack the happy birds by Dogar and Kazan. The Pakunk may be unwilling to make a formal alliance with you, but we have confidence that if you explain yourself honestly, they will help your efforts against the Ur-Quan.
Well, they did help somewhat. And, current events.
No doubt you are familiar with an alien race called the Umga, who live in the Orionus constellation. While they are renowned for their potent and often cruel sense of humor, they have outdone themselves in recent years. Specifically, they have used an unusual hyperwave caster to impersonate the Ilwrath gods, Dogar and Kazan. When the Ilwrath began tuning in to the voices of their gods on their hyperwave receivers, the priest caste was understandably skeptical and counseled their many followers to ignore the blasphemous signals. However, in a surprise move, the majority of the Ilwrath then rose up and slaughtered the entire priest caste. The reasons for this ghastly move included overtaxation, lack of quality depth in ceremony, and the general feeling that the priests had made Dogar and Kazan's pronouncements overly complex. What else would you like to buy?
That's enough for now.
It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
See, this is a Pakunk ship.
We have set out to return home. Home to our loving but misguided brothers and sisters. Please, do not try to stop us this time. We are firm in our resolve.
Your trip is fruitless. The Yehat will blow you out of the stars.
No. We are certain that our Yehat siblings are Virtually prepared for our reunion. We shall proceed.
Okay, let's try this one.
We are dedicated to returning home to heal our dysfunctional species structure. We understand that you mean well, but there is nothing you can do to dissuade us this time.
Last time I told him that my Ouija board said no when we asked a bit about this trip. Didn't you know this is the year of the swollen moon? Bad time to travel.
It is? We are so glad you warned us. No time to lose. We'll see you back in our home star system. Bye!
Oh, and the Thraddash are moving into the war area up here. Get our things analyzed, and then head over to Admiral Vex's homeworld. Or, I guess not his homeworld, but his menagerie planet.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain.
So no news from him.
If you can keep this up, we'll turn that flagship of yours into a genuine dreadnought killer.
Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Aqua Helix device. Data, this device is composed of a light blue superhard substance which rates Mohs 13. The object is composed of a flat ribbon of homogeneous material approximately 1 meter in length, and it is twisted in a perfect helix. Focused ion and nucleomagnetic scans reveal little about its interior. Summary, unknown design, unknown origin, unknown function. The next entry in the analysis is subject, Ultron device. We put this thing through every test we've got and came up with the same results as if we used a fork. Nothing, zero, zip. This thing ever functioned, which we doubt, it certainly won't now. Age and physical stress have long since robbed it of whatever mystical powers it might have once had. Summary, in the future, please don't waste our valuable time on junk like the so-called Ultron. The next entry in the analysis is subject, hostile alien creature. Data?
This is newly promoted junior scientist Hawkins reporting. Dr. Chu, he's the leader of the section. He's still in sick bay. He's been there ever since that thing took a swipe at him and he got too close to the cage. I guess it's got like triple jointed arms or something with spikes and razor plates all over. The data? Oh yeah, right. The subject is a xenoteratomorph, a big honkin' one I might add. It eats everything, plants, animal tissue, wood, ceramics, plastic, asbestos fibers, several types of metal chairs, a desk, and about half of everything a security officer wears. What it doesn't eat, it chews. And what it doesn't chew, well, it breaks up into tiny little pieces. What? Summary? Oh yeah, summary. The sooner you get that thing off the starbase, the less likely it is that thing will get loose and kill us all. I guess that's it.
That's the end of our scientist report.
Yep, he just called the Ultron junk. So did the Supox, for that matter. But
farewell, Captain.
let's see. I'm gonna ditch one of these for another dynamo unit and upgrade our guns a little bit here. That should give us some firepower. Thraddash still moving forward, Kunk's still moving back. Let's go. Where was it again? guess I didn't mark down where Zex was located. I think the Melnorme told me, though. I think it was Alpha Cherenkov or something like that. I don't really remember where everything is from the times I've played before, for sure. Sextantis. Yeah, Melnorme. Alpha. I wonder why my search didn't bring that up that time. Oh, probably because I typed Melnorne instead of Melnorme. But Alpha Sextantis. Was it? No, Alpha Cherenkov. Alpha. There we go. That's where I want to head. Probably by the time I'm done with all this show fixedy stuff. Hopefully, well, I might go try to find the last piece of the Ultron, if that is what the Cunt gave me a approximate location for the last part as well. A red ball held by a foul racist first side. So I'll follow that lead too.
Why am I so blessed? My favorite friends, the humans, are back. Captain, it is good to see you again. You humans are so interesting, so beautiful. You know, I have many pictures of your species. I keep them on my walls to inspire me.
Admiral Zex, we have captured the hideous monster from Delta Lynch's. Let us make an exchange.
Ah, a most excellent piece of news. My chiton rasps and moistens with excitement. I have been looking forward to this for so long. My subordinates stand ready to receive the beast from your ship, Captain. Effect its transfer, and then we shall give you the maidens you desire.
Okay, the beast is all yours, but be careful, it's a killer.
Ah, my new child is on board. Such a big one, isn't he? And so frisky. I am delighted beyond words that you have given me the beast, Captain. But I am afraid that there has been a slight change in our plans. Regrettable, but necessary. Oh, my beautiful, luscious human. I had thought that the hideous, violent monster you have given me would complete my collection of ugliness, my menagerie of monsters. I was wrong. You, my human love, are the most vile, the most fierce, and wretched. My collection could never be complete without you. I need you, Captain. But alas, I fear you will not give your consent willingly. Am I right? Therefore, Sub-Commander Dax, terminate communications. Warm up my modified intruder. Engage the precursor warp nullifier. Prepare for battle. Sub-Commander, why has my main console become inoperative? The transmit mode is locked. What do you mean the central system computer is damaged? How? The beast escaped? No, Sub-Commander, this is impossible. It couldn't escape from our strongest containment system. It's what? Decks 5 and 6? 11 crewmen? Sound the alarms, fool. Where is it now? Engineering report. Engineering. Sub-Commander Seal Bulkhead. Sub-Commander, are you listening to me? What are you staring at? Pay attention, Sub-Commander. Give me a report on its position. What are you staring at? Behind me? What?
Well, that takes care of that, I guess. I actually thought I was going to have to fight some of his ships, but I guess not. Gonna try out the Or's Nemesis against the Vux ships. Well, he's got these weird carousel things. Red goop? Chlorine, oxygen. Those eyeball critters are worth a lot of biodata. Well, the precursor ship apparently has better containment systems. The precursor ship and landers have specific equipment for dealing with a life form capture and analysis, so presumably it's got advanced precursor tech for that, compared to what the Vux and humans and other races have. Let's pop up some stuff and this pod. In the Vux Commander's menagerie, we have found what appears to be functioning cryotanks containing a dozen bipedal creatures. We can't be sure, but through the tank's fogged viewports, we think we can see young Shofixti females inside the freezer units. We have transferred the cryotanks to the lander and are returning to the ship. Get the rest of the life forms here, because they're, seem to be... These ones are worth quite a bit of data. You can see the bottom right gauge on my screen, the blue one is the data gauge, and each one of these adds quite a bit to it. Weird loot. The Shofixti maidens? Well, we know of almost all the Shofixti were annihilated when they blew up their star to heavily damage the Ur-Quan fleet at the end of the war. It's like there are only 2 male Shofixti free, and only those females and cryotanks remain of the females. So now we know where both are. We can try to reunite the Shofixti. The Vux ships are not that fast. They're trying to chase me, but they have no chance. Yeah, the Shofixti's old ship was damaged, and it could only register the mass of my vessel, so it assumed I was an Ur-Quan dreadnought until I insulted him over and over. And he realized I must not be Ur-Quan, because they don't do that. Insulted him until he was friendly. There's Tanaka.
Greetings, Captain. It is good to see you again.
What's your report, Tanaka?
Nothing new to report, sir.
So what were you doing here, Tanaka?
I guard the homeworld. I seek revenge against its destroyers, the Ur-Quan, and their vile battle thralls. I await the return of the hero Dakan, and the rebirth of my species.
So what happened to your ship?
On my way home, I encountered a Vux intruder. Before I destroyed it, the Vux was able to affix some of those vile lipid things to my ship, and I had to return home at a greatly diminished speed. I did find one thing interesting, though, as I skimmed to the edge of Yehat space. I dropped into Zeta Sextantis to recharge some of my depleted energy cells, So I moved into the extreme inner system. There, right next to the sun, I found a very strange planet. It messed up my sensors somehow. That's why I could not recognize your ship at first. I'd never seen a planet like that before, so maybe you should investigate.
That's probably a rainbow world. When we were fighting, why didn't you use your glory device?
During my battle with the Mux, I decided to employ the weapon, but I guess I used too much gusto, and the switch broke.
Where is your life-filled homeworld, Kyabetsu?
My people blew up the sun! Or at least they caused it to flare like a nova, destroying the many hundreds of hierarchy vessels that had invaded our system to enslave us Shofiki.
If your sun went nova, how did you survive?
I wasn't here when they made the sun flare. I was assigned to a Yahat squadron as a forward scout performing deep recon in Mycon space. We were sent to investigate reports of unusual Mycon activity around Beta Brahi. I was the first ship to enter the system. My scanners showed a small fleet of Mycon clustered around the planet, conducting a test of some device. The unit was small, not even half the size of my ship. When the Mycon activated it, a glow began to radiate outward. I crept closer to get a better look. Suddenly, there was a flare, like a newborn sun, blinding me and overloading my sensors. When I recovered my vision, hours later, the Mycon and their device were gone. I was able to effect repairs on my sensors and depart the system, but I had been cut off from my squadron and had to travel home alone.
Oh wait, Shofixi, I have an important duty for you to
What
perform.
might that be?
I can give you the opportunity to replenish your species.
I am intrigued, Captain. But what are you talking about?
We have obtained females of your species.
Great reaping mounds of happiness! You shall be honored forever, Captain, as the savior of the Shofixi race. I have been granted the ultimate reward, duty. This humble warrior will take the Shofixi maidens you possess, gently wake them, and then perform ribald feats of unsurpassed fertility. With their consent, of course. Our people shall be reborn. Your name shall be recorded in our most sacred writings for all time. Thank you, Captain, and farewell. I have urgent business to attend to.
Well, that should take care of the Shofixi after a little while. Oh, and the Thraddash suddenly zipped way out of Ur-Quan space in a much smaller circle than when they went in. Yeah, I'm probably urgent now that he's got it in mind. So let's see. I can try again to see if the Pakunk will give me more ships, as they're about back home. So Beta Brahi is where... Beta Brahi. We could go investigate Mycon space, although I probably want to find a quasi-space portal closer to there. To try some of these other quasi-space portals. Maybe... Let me see where 7 goes. Map out the rest of these. Or at least some of the rest of these. Find a couple more good locations. So that's an ugly one. That goes right into the middle of Ilwrath space. Well, I guess since I'm here, I can go check out Procyon. What am I doing? updating my map. Save, export. So we know that Procyon is where the Chenjesu were. And it's not too far from here. And I can probably handle Ilwrath ships a little bit better now. Even though their cloaking device is still a problem. Okay, we've got some Ilwrath ships here. I don't know which planet it is. Maybe the blue one? Let's start with this green one because it doesn't have a... Well, no. Thought it was... Maybe I should actually check my notes and see if it is actually Procyon that's in there. Maybe they're in closer. Don't see anything there. Ah, here we go. We have an Ur-Quan starbase and a slave-shielded planet. Report from orbit. We have explored the interior of the starbase and found it abandoned. Computer records show that the Ur-Quan put the starbase in orbit around this world after defeating the Chenjesu in Mernherm. From what we can determine, the Chenjesu and Mernherm, who were assigned to this base, set up mindless robots to run the station, and then somehow returned to the surface of their planet, penetrating the slave shield. Further analysis of the starbase's databanks show that the Chenjesu and Mernherm were exploring synthesis schemes to create a hybrid race, half Mernherm and half Chenjesu. The robots who run this starbase are armed and will not permit us to scavenge materials, so we are returning to the ship. Let's see, can I use my...
What is that? The voices of our gods Dogar and Kazon? Surely it cannot be. And yet, my set is tuned to the Mystic 44. Who else could it be? I am unworthy of such attention as this. Dogar, Kazon, your divine words will surely consume me. I beseech thee, speak directly to the leaders at Homeworld. I am unworthy.
Oh, I don't know where the Ilwrath homeworld is, though. Try again.
What is that?
Nope, it's just saying the same thing. Okay. Yeah, the Ilwrath are creepy. And I think we heard from the... I think it was the Pekunk who told us that the Ilwrath heard from their god, the Hyperwave Channel 44, and from various sources that the Umga were responsible for this.
What is it? Human. It has been so long since I have seen a human die. We will bet on how many parts we can remove before it stops making noise. Now, you spaceship captain, begin the expedient transfer of all human crew so that we may waste no time.
Ilwrath vessels, state now the nature of your mission. We take pity upon you, weakling Ilwrath. Go now before we change your mind. Your greed for lives seals your doom. We will slay you by the thousands. I mean you no harm, relax. Well, I'd love to chat, but I have to go. Anybody have a preference for if I pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Gotta vote for 3. It's gonna pass in 3, 2, 1.
You amuse us with your nonsensical ramblings. We look forward to the careful exploration of your structure. First, we will peel back the curious follicle-infested outer layer, followed by the greasy blankets of yellow lard. Such a confusing hodgepodge of parts can entertain for hours. Human, prepare yourself for the festivities.
I think the ore ship might work decently for this. But I'm just gonna use the flagship again. So he's probably doing a gravity whip. Well, maybe not. Where is he? Oop. Darn cloaking device. Come over here. Okay. That was not helpful. That was not good. I'm gonna retreat from this fight. Yeah, they have a cloaking device. They are invisible when they're not attacking. Oops. I actually do want to get to the planet, though.
Ah, human. You join us in the celebration of Dogar and Kazan. We grow excited. The human makes excellent ceremony. When we peel it, urgent bleating comes from the noisemaker. Then, the green eye of Dogar observes it writhe upon the altar, and the cilia of Kazan swell, indicating their readiness for the juices. It squirms with vigor until we pop the crunchy noise maker. Rejoice! The duo of deception shall receive their supplication.
Okay, let's pick a different choice. We mean you no harm. Relax.
Relax, yes. Dogar and Kazan could not say it better. We will engage in the best stress-relieving activity. Prepare your tepid flesh bag for death.
Yeah, I need something that has like a really... Oh, I got a hit. Charge my batteries a little. That wasn't quite so bad. If I move past him at higher speeds, I can get him. Yeah, because my homing weapons don't work, so yeah, something more like a wave weapon would work a lot better. Or even a continuous beam that I could sweep across an area to, like, find him. Yeah, my outer two guns, I think, are my bigger weapons. I'm trying to target with those instead of the main ones. I can kind of tell where he is based on the fact that the camera always puts me opposite-ish his position. There we go. I think he decloaked at exactly the wrong time and it let my weapons lock onto him. I think I blew up an asteroid. Whoa! Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Well, it's about half my crew down. Though about broke even in terms of resources, if crew are still 3 per... and now I'm back in the planet. Well, I wanted to be anyway. I want to try and have a chat with the Chenjesu, and I guess the Mernherm. Let's try to cluster all of these guys up. Well, my ship blows up with no crew, so I need some crew. I have some spare crew on the... Well, I have crew on the other ships in my escort fleet as well, but now let's try to move in here. Procyon, which is a sapphire world. Manifest, Vices, Umgacaster.
We are the Chenjesu. We are the Mernherm. We do not understand how you have penetrated the slave shield or why, but in doing so you have interrupted the process. Explain this intrusion.
We are struggling against the Ur-Quan. Can't you help us?
We cannot be of any assistance now. We are in the middle of the process. I will explain. After we, Chenjesu, and Mernherm were defeated by the Ur-Quan, we chose to be encased in a single slave shield on this world. As soon as the Ur-Quan departed, we began the process. We initiated a synthesis of our two species, our two cultures, one crystalline, the other purely mechanical. This process, fueled only by the radiant energy of our sun, will eventually produce a new hybrid race. And when the process is complete, we will crack the Ur-Quan slave shield and emerge from our chrysalis like a winged insect unleashed from its cocoon. Then we will be ready and capable to deal with the Ur-Quan, their battle thralls, and their dreaded Samatra.
The Chenjesu were the most powerful race and most technologically advanced of the old alliance of free stars. But why can't you help us now?
The complete synthetic hybridization of the Chenjesu and the Mernherm species will require approximately 35 of your Earth years. This extended duration is necessary because our synthesis mechanisms are dependent exclusively on the light of our sun for energy.
What if we could find some way to get you more energy? Would that speed things up?
What you describe is theoretically possible, but it would pose a great danger to us. The process must be executed as planned, or it may fail catastrophically. We would be destroyed.
Well, if the Korra win this war before 35 years, that's what's gonna happen anyway. So we came to find out what you're doing down there.
Though your ship's design is unfamiliar to us, we now understand that you are of human origin, and so we will share with you our reasons for accepting the status of Ur-Quan slave. In 2135, our great alliance burned within the crucible of sentience. Though our fleets of armed starships held back the hierarchy's grotesque armada for many years, in the end, the Ur-Quan unleashed a power upon us that was so overwhelming, we knew we would be annihilated if we did not submit. This unstoppable power, this ultimate weapon, was a huge starship, an unstoppable battle platform built by the precursors in the ancient past. Your vessel shares some similarities in design to the Ur-Quan's battle platform, which they call Samatra, meaning Great Trophy. The Samatra was many times larger than your ship and bore weapons and defensive systems that made it invulnerable to all of our technologies. It remains a mystery to us why the Ur-Quan fought us for so long without using the Samatra. But when they finally brought the ship into combat, the Samatra incinerated our finest brood home vessels from 10 times our own ship's weapon range. We had no choices beyond submission or devastation. Before the Ur-Quan arrived to accept our surrender, we sent one last message to your people, a message suggesting that your species do as we Chenjesu and Mernherm plan to do. We would accept the Ur-Quan's demands and become slaves until such a time as we found a way to destroy or neutralize a Sumatra?
Yeah, possibly. Possibly expensive to use in combat, but 10 times the Chenjesu Broodhome's weapon range. The Chenjesu Broodhomes have greater range than anything else in the game. In either Star Control 1 or Star Control 2. Except for the Sumatra. We really need advice from you. Maybe they have some good advice.
Our wisdom is available. Detail your need.
How do you think we can defeat the Ur-Quan?
You must find some way to destroy the Sumatra. To do this, you will need a powerful weapon capable of destroying an entire planet. But that is not all. You will also require some way to distract the Ur-Quan to give you the opportunity to use the weapon.
I seem to have acquired a Dinyari. What do you make of it?
We know the Dinyari only from legend, where they are described as the embodiment of evil and cruelty. If ever there was a devil, Captain, it was the Dinyari. However, if in fact the creature you possess is one of this ancient breed, its mental power may be useful to help confuse the Ur-Quan.
Thanks, that's enough advice for now.
Though your presence here is a painful intrusion, we will always provide advice whenever you request it, Captain.
Goodbye, Chenjesu. Goodbye, Mernherm.
Goodbye, once and future ally, human. When the process is complete, and we emerge from our chrysalis, I shall tell your grandchildren of our conversation this day.
Oh, yes, I have one. He was an Ur-Quan talking pet. It's the Ur-Quan, and back in the days of the milieu, the Ur-Quan had encountered the Dinyari on a planet, and the Dinyari took over the Ur-Quan's minds, used them to enslave or destroy almost all of the other milieu races. Till the Ur-Quan eventually learned that if they were experiencing extreme pain, they could resist the psychic compulsion, and from there, wearing devices of their own design to continuously inflict torture levels of pain upon themselves, they managed to rid themselves of the Dinyari, tamper with their genes so they were no longer sentient, and enslave them as their talking pets for thousands and thousands of years. Well, the...
Captain, the halo device on board this vessel is giving me a headache. Please remove it. Now, Captain. It is foolish to resist. It remains more effective than I thought. You're still able to disobey. Ah, well. What can I do for you, Captain?
Well, he's only one Dinyari, and so he thinks he'll be able to distract the Ur-Quan temporarily, but not indefinitely, and I would still need something that could actually damage the Dinyari, which, according to the Chenjesu, I would need something capable of blowing up a planet. But yeah, he's definitely an important part of that. Like they said, they need something to distract the Ur-Quan, which he can definitely do. Dinyari, there's a nearby ship which is annoying me. Compel it to self-destruct.
I am saving my meager powers for our final confrontation with the Ur-Quan. Sorry, Captain. You'll just have to deal with this one yourself.
Because there's probably a lot of Ur-Quan and Korosh ships around where the Sumatra is. Well, that's if there are actually individuals controlling the ship and it isn't sufficiently automated. Which might also be, and it may also have its own psychic shielding capability. We don't really know that for sure, though. But I would also have to get to it through the hundreds of ships that are probably defending it. So ideally, I would also find... Do I have a location for the Ilwrath homeworld that I've forgotten about? Don't think I do. Nope, I don't have much specific info on the Ilwrath. I could possibly keep attacking them until maybe one of them would tell me. Eventually. losing quite a few crew that way. That might be worth a try.
Your fortuitous arrival bodes well for our ceremony of consumption. The human must prepare. It must perform a complete depilation, then anoint its surface with the larval paste of our stillborn offspring. At the altar of the duo of darkness, we suck the bony strength from the fleshy weakness, while the human squeals for either Dogar or Kazan. Human, listen closely to these words. Favor neither god with your screams, lest you tragically taint the consumption.
So it sounds like I need to do both, not either. Ilwrath vessel, state now the nature of your mission.
Ha! Puny human. You make me chitter with amusement. By the will of the mighty Dogar and Kazan, I am here to make you die, die, die!
I don't know if any of them would give me their homeworld location or not. Oh, hi Rayburst. Yes, they are creepy. Glad you got your chat working. So something was wrong with your iPad? Oh, I don't have point defense lasers. One more. Come on. That one missed. Wasn't too bad. 3 more ships, though. Oh, I must have hit an asteroid. Come on, where are these guys? Let my battery charge back up. It would be nice if I had another Shiva furnace or another dynamo or something on here. There's a hit. There's a good hit. And there's an asteroid. There we go. Last one, I think. Assuming I counted to 4 correctly, this is the last one. This was a group of 4. And if I hit him with my big gun, it only takes 3 hits. Might try 1 or 2 more encounters with these just to see if they say different things that might eventually lead to them talking about their homeworld. Because they traveled to Pukunk space, so I don't even know if their homeworld is within their like sphere of influence on the map or not.
By the green eye of Dogar, it is a squishy bone bag human.
Bone bag. Squishy bone bag.
It is waiting for Kazan to knead its body with the cilia of dread until it can only roll and bleat. Ah! It can only hope to be so honored. Even now, it begs for death, and so now I must decide. Will it be by sequentially bursting sensory apparatus until nothing remains? Will it be by shaking it until it is oozing all over? Will it be by chewing off bits and pieces until it no longer functions? I think not the latter. Too many bones.
Oh, our question here changed. Your presence here is of interest. Please enlighten us.
It is the goodwill of Dogar and Kazon that brings the Father Human to us. Were it not for the Dark Lords of Deception's mighty directive,
You're a
we would
squishy
not
bone bag?
have the good fortune to intercept you for a festive limb ringing.
So we are all squishy bone bags.
Your fight for life, though futile, serves the noble purpose and appeases our honored deities. You have earned the right to hold your head high.
Lucky me, I guess. I've earned the right to hold my head high. There's one. Okay, I'm getting better at killing these with the flagship now. Or I say that, and then I immediately, like, lose a dozen crew. But there are only 2 in that group, so... See if the Kunk got all the way home yet? Maybe. Check out this encounter, and then... Oh, no, the Kunker's still moving. Might go down to say hi to the Kunk as well.
By the green eye of Dogar, it is a squishy bone bag human.
We already saw this intro.
It
What is this doggone and Quasar thing, anyway?
Incorrectness. We come from the eye of Dogar. Such a quasar exists nowhere near this location. Look in the heavens at location 022.9 by 366.6 and gaze into the depths of its all-seeing eye if you dare. Only by the sparing caress of Kazon's anointed Cilia will you survive such an act. Else you will bless the altar of consumption with your ceremonial blood.
I have a place to go check out. Well, I creamed that asteroid. One hit with the weaker gun. Some more battery here. See if he's gonna... Nope, missed. Do. Aha, got him. I guess you can also... Their cloaking device also just... It turns them black so they still show up in front of the stars. Sometimes you can kind of see where they are occasionally when they fly in front of a star. But... Like there I saw him pass in front of the star, but I was aiming slightly too far to the left. The stars aren't really quite dense enough to really get a very good view of them that way. Ooh, that's a lucky hit. Alright, I have coordinates. 22.9, which is definitely the left side of the map, by 366.6. Yeah, up here, Alpha Tauri. So let's go chat with them with that hyperwave caster like they suggested. one downside of getting the portal spawners. I don't hear as much of the hyperspace music, but this is a nice little longish trip. Yep, there are an awful lot of Ilwrath ships here, so, and it's not within their circle on the star map, so...
Listen! It is the hideous and inspiring voices of our gods, Dogar and Kazan. Oh, great gods of evil and darkness. What can your humble and devious servants do for you?
We require that you do things a bit differently.
Your will is our inspiration. What shall we do?
From this day forward, say warship instead of worship.
As you wish, glorious, unmerciful destructors. In all future worship, we will honor you in this way.
From this day forward, say dwee instead of we.
Yes, great Dogar. Yes, mighty Kazan. We certainly will. We certainly will.
From this day forward, say Yubu instead of you.
It shall be so, great ones. Yubu are mighty. Yubu are the most hideous and deceitful. We Ilwrath are too fortunate to have Yubu to worship.
You are no longer the Ilwrath. You are now the Dilrats.
We, the Dilrats, bow and scrape off our appendages in your honor, mighty Dogar and Kazan.
You are sufficiently graced. Go and kill gruesomely in our names.
We can never receive sufficient direction from you, great masters. We eagerly await your next vile commandments.
I forgot to say Yubu and Dwee. Heed these words, our evil children. Leave this place. Seek new prey.
Oh, mighty Dogar. Oh, mighty Kazan. Your devoted servants hear your words and obey your divine and cruel insights. The Pakunk are unfit for our sacramental tortures. We relish the prospect of killing worthy prey. We will leave immediately so that we can begin our glorious evil devotions. But who shall we prey upon next? Who shall suffer our inspired torment? Didn't those loathsome Unga once mention a race near their region of space? Yes, I have it. The Thraddash. We will go now and kill all of them.
That's another way to get the Aqua Helix. Because the Ilwrath and Thraddash will just wipe each other out.
From the chambers of pain,
worship us.
Your words, cruel and evil lords of darkness. And as your voice crackles out of the speaker boxes, it sends thrills across our carapaces. Our hairy quills all stand erect, and we pant and wheeze with holy fever. Oh, mighty gods, you are the definition of all that is evil and hideous in this universe. You are the inspiration for all cruelty, deception, and pain. For this, we thank you.
Return now to the fetid darkness. Obey our commands.
Farewell, Dogar and Kazan. We are awed by your malevolent presence, and swear unto you to commit even more vile and treacherous deeds tomorrow than we did today.
Well, that should take care of that. I think I'm actually far enough up that I should just use the quasi-space portal to head down to the Pakunk. Well, the Thraddash are not exactly a great race here. I'd rather them go pick on the Thraddash than the Pekunk. But the universe might be a better place without the Ilwrath and Thraddash in it, if one of them wipes the other out, or if they wipe each other out. Let's see, which was the Pekunk homeworld? Gamma Kruger 1. It came too far down, I think. It was one of these? Yeah, Gamma Kruger. Whee! Well, this isn't a speed run. I would not be talking to all these people so much if I was doing a speed run, but I have actually done,
Since you are our friend,
in the distant past,
our good friend,
a no Starbase run of this.
to give you a gift.
But
Several Pekunk Fury starships. fully
free
crewed.
ships.
If you return in a year's time, perhaps we will be able to give you some more.
But yeah, thanks for watching, Cryptonym, and see you again sometime. Ask about the
Why should
Ilwrath.
we mind? We bear the spidery creatures no ill will. Without darkness, there is no light. Without death, there is no birth. And thanks to the Ilwrath, there's lots of birth.
Yes, the Thraddash are the war-mongering rhino beings.
Farewell, kind human. Return soon.
I'll probably be ending this stream shortly. I just want to talk to a regular Pekunk ship group and see if they have any news while I'm down here. And I wanted to get those ships. Then next stream I can go and sell a few of those ships off and probably finish upgrading my flagship.
Hello, human. We are warm and happy with the news of your return. What wisdom do you seek today?
What's news?
I am afraid that our good no news is still the same.
Okay, no news.
We have exhausted our capacity to foretell your future, Captain. Sorry.
Thought maybe having the Ilwrath leave their space might be something that they'd
When the crystal stairs walk more
have some new stuff.
into harmonic union, we shall meet again.
H. Lalone and Nick or Nikki. I still don't know. Who that Nick or Nikki are, but it's probably a good place to end. I have some. The Ilwrath are taken off. I'll have this area of space to still explore down here. So I know the Rosy Sphere is somewhere around here, according to the Pekunk. And the Mycons are somewhere in here as well. I can check back at the Starbase and see if there are any developments with the Shofixti or any of that, and that should be pretty good.